like 7:59 and 30 seconds. 6:59. Just be about right here and also has some doors at the door.
Okay, yours.
This is how we used to do it before you used to do it. So that's like a meet there. What makes you more?
Let's call to order the Shandaken Town Board meeting for December 2016. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Board Member Alba? Yes. Board Member DeScalani?
Here.
Board Member Malloy?
Here.
Board Member Storms?
Here.
Supervisor Stan?
Here. Entertain a motion to approve last meeting's minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Supervisor's report, November 2016. Police fees, $200. Oh, I'm sorry. Ambulance donation, $200. Ambulance fees, $3,603.09. Town clerk fees, $161.28. Cell tower, $917.75. Justice fees, $7,087. Planning fees, $300. Building permit fees, $3,027.34. Dog licenses, $79.50. Zoning fees, $100. Pine Hill water rent, $7,699.47. Reimbursement for postage, Pine Hill water billing, $50.66. Rec picnic, $225. Quill refund, $290.45. Mill and steel, $564.55. Ulster County sales tax, $34,682.25. Reimbursement for fuel, $10,999.06. An attorney refund, $160.54 for a total of $70,147.94. Communications. Month of December 2016. LFA. The town has applied and received a grant to perform a feasibility study as the first phase of work proposed to reduce flood elevations and further protect property in Phoenicia. There was a resolution to allow me to enter into a contract with the CWC for $15,000 to perform this study with the property owner's approval. Once this is done, we will most likely go out for bid for the work to be performed over the next few months. We are also looking to kick off our first LFA meeting for the hamlets of Alabin and Shandaken. We are scheduling that meeting for Tuesday, December 20th at 6:30 p.m. All residents and business owners are encouraged to attend. At this meeting, the engineers will be explaining what they are tasked to do and would prefer to have a physical description from the residents on what has occurred in previous floods so they can better address issues in those communities. We will be sending a mailer out shortly. Ambulance. I want to thank Chief Whalen for bringing to our attention a matter that will help us reduce some of our costs by changing the billing reporting software program. The ambulance department submits electronic patient care reports, or EPCRs, to our billing agency to be filled. The program we currently are using has become a bit outdated and cumbersome for the users. Chief Whalen has made a suggestion that we change to ESO Solution software, which will garner us savings of just over $1,000 this year and more as time progresses. I'd also like to welcome aboard a new part-time ambulance driver, Therese Serac, with open arms. Welcome our former ambulance chief, Rich Muller-Laley, to the position of deputy chief. Rich never left us and has continued as a paramedic with the squad, but in conversation with Chief Whalen, hiring Rich under this uncompensated title allows coverage for the chief in case he is away on vacation or on personal business. So, welcome back, Rich. We have resolutions for our annual year-end meeting to balance the books for the end of the fiscal year slated for Wednesday, December 28th at 1 p.m. We also have a unique situation this year regarding the New Year's holiday. Due to the holiday falling on a Sunday, town offices will be closed on Monday, January 2nd. And rather than wait until the 9th of January, the following Monday, I've asked that we hold our reorganizational meeting on Tuesday, January 3rd at the usual 6:30 PM time. We also have a resolution to renew the contract with the Pine Hill Fire Company to provide their services for Pine Hill and Pine Hill Fire Districts. Lastly, it's with a bit of regret that we're announcing the resignation of Deputy Town Clerk Amy Goodrich. Amy has worked in the clerk's office since 2012. She's been a complete asset to the clerk's office and to the town in general. For those who may not know, I called Amy in the emergency response center based in Shandaken and then Phoenicia Firehouse during response to Irene. Amy's accounting skills and previous knowledge of FEMA record keeping and reporting was of immense help to the town in helping to recoup funds we had expended beyond those expended in the highway department. She'll be leaving us for a position with the Ulster County Sheriff's Office, and we wish her nothing but the best in the new position, and thank you, Amy. Lastly, I'd also like to thank Gary Gales and John Michelotti for putting up the Christmas tree and the lighting at the intersection of Oliveria and Big Indian. Looks lovely coming through there this time of night. And on a final note, I know you're all just waiting on the edge of your seat for the results from the turkey trot, which was well attended. 300 people attended this year. It was a great race. It was a little wet and rainy, but everybody made it out, excepting perhaps my challenger, soon-to-be Deputy Chief Muller-Lilly, who, by my approximation, is about 9.5 days behind me right now. So, good luck on the catching up. But again, kudos to Heather and Patty Rudge for putting the event together. It was a wonderful event, and hope to see you more.
I was sick.
Yeah.
The dog ate my nose.
Joyce?
Okay, we have quite a few events here coming up in December. The free, Holistic Community Clinic is this Wednesday, December 7th at the Parish Hall from 4 to 7 p.m. The Phoenicia Fish and Game is having a dinner also on Wednesday, December 7th, 5 to 7, spaghetti and meatballs. And on Saturday, December 10th, the Flying Cat Music is going to have James Kelligan at the Empire Railroad Museum in Phoenicia, 7 p.m. Also on Saturday, December 10th, the Craft Fair, again this year at the Phoenicia Fish and Game from 10 to 4, free admission, open to the public. And also Saturday, December 10th, from 12 to 4 is the Native American Cultural Center presents the Dreamcatcher Workshop, $10 for all supplies. And this you may have to sign up for by tomorrow. I think it was today, but she'll let you go until tomorrow. The Pine Hill Library is having their gingerbread house decorating event this Saturday at 5 p.m. at the Pine Hill Library. Also on Monday, December 12th is meeting number 7 for the Pine Hill 2020 Visioning. And it's going to be at 7 p.m. at the Zephyr Restaurant, Main Street, Pine Hill, inviting all Pine Hill residents and business owners. And the rest of the town can go too if they just want to be nosy. And the annual Phoenicia Library Holiday Open House is Saturday, December 17th, noon to 2. All welcome. And also that weekend, Saturday, December 17th, is the Phoenicia Christmas Celebration Day, packed full of holiday fun, free events in downtown Phoenicia. STS also has their Miracle on 34th Street, which is running for the next 2 weekends, and that's going to
And
be
it's
that
great.
weekend. Yeah,
Thank you.
Oh, and the face storm is in it, so you really have to go. And lastly, the Phoenicia Library is pleased to be hosting a donation drive for the town of Shandaken Animal Shelter, and they have a list at their library and also online of what they're looking for, but they'll take anything basically, because if our dogs can't use it here, it will go to the food pantry. Because we don't just do human food there, we do for pets also. And really lastly, our emergency alert system, if you haven't signed up yet and you go online, it's very easy. You go to our website, shandaken.us/alerts, and sign up. Now, if you're watching Channel 23, as most of the people, do this, don't have a computer, call me in my office at 688-5004, or call me at home, I'm in the book, and I will sign you up. It takes 2 minutes. We just need your name and your phone number. And this notification system will ensure rapid delivery of alerts, warnings, and bulletins. This technology will allow the town to reach our residents via landline phone, cell phone, call or text, and email. So it's really great. We've got almost 600 people signed up so far. So it's moving right along. Hopefully we never have to use it. Well, we probably,
Thank you, Joe.
that's it.
Any other announcements?
Did you, I came in a little late about the Woodland Valley Bridge being closed?
Oh, Woodland Valley Bridge is gonna be closed.
Which one? Which
Woodland Valley Bridge for Route 28, the first bridge between our streets.
one? The big one, the big one.
Closed
Woodland
in
Valley
the
Bridge.
next 2 weeks.
Next 2
It'll
weeks.
Probably closed most of the winter.
Really? Wow.
So people can get into the valley through
High
Scotia?
Street.
High Street.
Yeah, the decking is completely rotted underneath. They gotta replace a whole bunch of it.
Replaced or
They're
what?
replacing the deck now.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah, with the weather and the freezing and everything else, they don't know how quickly they can get it done.
But they have to close it now because it's that bad?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it's
It's
bad.
really that bad?
Really?
Close it
Wow.
now and let it sit all winter?
Well, they're gonna be working on it.
Oh, okay, good.
You know, really cold, nasty days, they probably won't be doing very
Yeah.
much, but warmer days, they can probably get quite a bit done. It's all, you know, panels and bolt together steel.
So it's gotta go now.
And then it'll have concrete deck panels and stuff.
So within the next 2 weeks?
He said within the next 2 weeks it'll probably be closed. They're trying to finish up that bridge at New Paltz, some of the work down there, and then they're coming up here.
Couldn't even wait until that.
Okay. Move on to committee reports, ambulance.
You don't want to say what the detour will be?
High Street, locals would know it, Woodland Valley residents would know it, but when the bridge is closed, your only way in and out is gonna be High Street, Upper High Street.
Good evening, Supervisor Stanley, Town Board, Town residents. November report for Town Shandaken Ambulance. Ambulance responded to 29 calls in the month of November and was received mutual aid once. As stated earlier by Supervisor Stanley at tonight's meeting, there are 2 resolutions up for vote that involve the ambulance. The first one is the hiring of a driver to help supplement the current roster of drivers. It also helps fill openings that come up due to staff needing off. Also part of this resolution is to make the position of a deputy chief and to appoint Rich to this position. This new position makes it possible for Rich to act in my place as command on the chance of my absence from the ambulance along with other duties that may arise. The second resolution is for the change in the software that is used by the staff of the ambulance for reporting patient care and treatment along with billing. The change of software is to a more user-friendly one and will give more flexibility to administration for any changes that may need to be made. It also saves the town money from the current software that is used on a daily basis by our staff. As we enter the winter months coming up on us, I would like to remind everyone to be cautious when driving in bad weather, take it slow in the snow. For everyone that enjoys the winter sport of skiing, I would like to remind everyone that if you have a child that skis, to make sure that they wear a properly fitted helmet, and that everyone should wear clothing that keeps them warm and prevents windburn. Also make sure that you take breaks from the cold as needed. If it has been some time since your last ski trip down the mountain, please don't ski above and beyond your ability and take a lesson from one of the wonderful instructors at the mountain. As always, have a safe month and have a happy and healthy holiday season.
Thank you, Brenda. Police.
All right, so we handled 105 calls this month, both 5,000 miles, and 3 arrests and 23 summonses. More importantly, Officer Lima is finishing up her classroom stuff, and she had her first shift this past Saturday night, so you'll be seeing her mostly on the weekend nights now.
Good.
She's doing well.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Feature Water, Alfred is out of town, and I don't see Rick here. I don't think there were any major ongoings in Feature Water this past month. We are slowly creeping through the CDBG grant, and now we're doing, did we finish up the archaeological digs along High Street? So we're just awaiting that report from the gentleman that had to dig to make sure there was no Native American artifacts hidden where we want to do the excavation for the High Street loop, and once that's complete, then we can start moving forward with going out to bid for all the work that needs to be performed. Pine Hill Water has no report. Museum, Rich wasn't going to be here, that he was going to be here, that he was going to sit. Rich is not here. Just put it that way. Recreation, Marty is not here. Heather, I already gave kudos to you and Patty for putting on the turkey trot. It was a wonderful event again, if you want to add. I mean, I don't know how much you guys raised for the Pine Hill Library or anything, so.
Yeah, I just came tonight to thank you guys, and I apologize. I was half in my pajamas, and my family said, well, last time you went to turkey suit, so. We raised $1,200 for the Pine Hill Library. We had over 238 finishers, which is a little bit lower than previous years, but it was raining the whole morning, so I was pretty impressed by that. Our pre-registered numbers were 198, which was one of our highest numbers. So I think the enthusiasm and the support is very much there. The weather was not in our favor, so I wanted to give just much thanks to the Town of Shandaken Police for making it a safe event. You guys did a great job, and people even came in off the course and said how wonderful you guys were, so thank you. And Rob, as always, gets there 8 in the morning, sets up, does an amazing job DJing. Gives me a little agita because I don't know if the gate is going to get opened, but did a great job. And so much thanks to the Town of Shandaken for another great year of turkey trot. So thank you.
I'll try to get there at like 7:45.
We're there at like 7.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Okay. Public comments on resolutions.
Empty.
We'll get to it. No public comments, there's no motions, so we'll go right to resolutions.
All right, resolution 16516.
When we're done with the resolution.
Resolution to pay all bills. Whereas the Department of Audit and Control require the town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming into the town for payment to number and total amounts from each fund. Therefore be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. General, $29,102.42. Highway, $333,745.29. Phoenicia Water, $5,381.27. Pine Hill Water, $260.81. Phoenicia Lights, $1,109.40. Chichester Lights, $155.96. Pine Hill Lights, $623.66, for a total of $370,378.81. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member Discipline?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storm? Yes. Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 16616, authorizing supervisor to enter contract with CWC for Phoenicia Phase 1 feasibility study. Whereas the town of Shandaken accepted a local flood analysis, LFA, for the hamlets of Phoenicia and Mount Tremper. And whereas the LFA highlighted certain activities to mitigate flood elevations within the hamlet of Phoenicia. And whereas one of these projects is relocation of 2 mixed-use buildings located adjacent to the Stony Clove Creek along Main Street in Phoenicia, SBL number 1413-3-1. And whereas the town wishes, with the property's owner's consent, to conduct a feasibility study to investigate options to meet the goals outlined in the LFA. And whereas the town of Shandaken, through resolution 112-16, authorized the supervisor to apply for funding through the CWC, and the application was approved by the CWC for a sum of $15,000. Therefore be resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to enter into a contract with the CWC for funding of said feasibility study for this activity. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member Discipline?
Yep.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storm?
Yep.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes. Resolution 16716, appointing deputy ambulance chief and driver. Now you got me doing this.
Yeah.
Whereas under section 20 of the town law, the town board shall designate all appointed officers and employees of the town. Therefore be it resolved that the following personnel be appointed to the Shandaken Town Ambulance at rates not to exceed the following for the fiscal year 2016. Therese Serac for the position of part-time driver with a compensation of $9 per hour. Therefore, be it further resolved that the town board approve the appointment of Richard Mullerlally as deputy ambulance chief to assist the ambulance chief and to act in the absence of the ambulance chief without compensation, and move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 168-16, change ambulance reporting software firm. Whereas the town owns and operates the town of Shandaken ambulance service, ambulance? What? That's a typo. I don't know what- It's French, right. Whereas the ambulance uses an electronic patient care reporting EPCR software for billing purposes through its current billing supplier, Comstar Inc. And whereas the ambulance chief has investigated other EPCR services in order to optimize efficiency in reporting and minimize costs associated with the service, and whereas the chief recommends changing to a new software supplier in order to meet these ends. Therefore, be it resolved, the Town of Shandaken Town Board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to enter into agreement with ESO Solutions, Inc., a Texas corporation with its principal place of business at 9020 North Capitol of Texas Highway, Building 11-300, Austin, Texas 78759, for an annual cost of $2,549 and a one-time training fee of $495, with implementation to occur on January 1st, 2017. I move adoption.
A second?
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Resolution 169-16, accept resignation of deputy clerk. Whereas under section 20 of the town law, the town board shall designate all appointed officers and employees of the town. Therefore, be it resolved that the town accepts the resignation of Amy O. Goodrich, effective 12/31/2016, and moves its adoption.
I'll second that.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 170-16, resolution establishing town board annual year-end meeting. Whereas the town of Shandaken needs to conduct certain business before the close of the 2016 fiscal year, therefore be it resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board will conduct their annual year-end meeting at 1 p.m. on Wednesday, December 28th, 2016, for the purpose of conducting related business. And I move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Resolution 171-16, establishing town board annual reorganizational meeting. Whereas the town of Shandaken annually conducts a meeting to appoint employees and officers for the town, establish a meeting schedule and meeting contractual obligations. Therefore, be it resolved that the town of Shandaken Town Board will conduct their annual reorganizational meeting at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, January 3rd, 2017, for the purpose of conducting related business. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes. Resolution 172-16, resolution authorizing town board attendance at local flood analysis meetings. Whereas the town of Shandaken has initiated local flood analysis LFA projects for the hamlets of Alabin and Shandaken. And whereas the entire town board feels it important to attend these meetings to be able to enter into the discussions that may ensue at said meetings. And whereas the first meeting is currently scheduled for Alabin and Shandaken at the Shandaken Town Hall on Tuesday, December 20th at 6:30 p.m. Therefore, be it resolved, the town board of Shandaken hereby is authorized to convene and enter into discussions at this and upcoming LFA meetings for these hamlets, but that no formal actions are to be taken by the town board at those meetings, and move its adoption.
I'll second that.
Board Member Alba?
Yes.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Malloy?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Supervisor Stanley?
Yes.
Resolution 173-16, resolution authorizing supervisor to renew contract for fire protection services. Whereas the Pine Hill Fire Company provides fire protection services for the hamlets of Pine Hill and Highmount, and whereas the town collects taxes based on the cost to provide those services. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shandaken allow the supervisor to enter into contract with the Pine Hill Fire Company to dispense said funds to the company and continue those fire protection services for the fiscal year 2017. I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member Albert?
Yes.
Board Member Discipline?
Yes.
Board Member Lloyd?
Yes.
Board Member Storrs?
Yes.
Supervisor Shell?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Open to public comment. Any
Yes, yes.
patient?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Phoenicia neighbors were confused and they were hoping that you could confirm the situation. They assume that the track and ties cannot go on the site because the Catskill Mountain Railroad permit was rescinded. And so they believe that the Catskill Mountain Railroad can't put any trains on because they don't have a permit for that either. So I wondered if you could tell me what I could tell them, because they're all asking.
Well, again, there is no permit for railroad, railroad track. What started this whole thing really is because they were doing work in the floodplain.
Right.
So that requires a floodplain development permit. If you're putting up a fence, if you're putting up a flagpole, you're supposed to get this permit. So Warren was looking at it with, basically floodplain manager eyes solely and saying, does this impede on the floodway? Does it have any impact on the floodway whatsoever? And a railroad tie and railroad tracks would not from that perspective. But talking with county and knowing that they are not allowed to be on the county tracks as of December 15th, that they're not allowed to mess with the switches or do any of these things, there was cause for concern. That's why that portion of the floodplain development permit was rescinded and basically just allows them to do what another property owner is allowed to do, whether they're in the floodway or not, to clear, grade their property, remove vegetation and so on. We can only act on the actions as they're taken. Now, there can be supposition, and people may say, we assume they're going to do this, but I can tell you, like talking with Chad about similar issues, that you can presume that somebody who's released from prison may be leaning towards doing another violent crime, but you can't arrest them for that crime until that occurs. And talking with Dennis Doyle with the county as well, there's situations where we've had in the past where we issued a stop work order, where a building department official has noticed something wrong, gone on and issued the stop work order. There is nothing we can physically do to stop them from working. We are going to do our due diligence on this, and we're going to stay on top of it. I understand that CMRR is looking to put another application in to the planning board for use of their property, but that, again, that's allowed to them under the law to go through that due process. And I assume the public will come out and speak at those meetings about that. We're going to stay on top of it as best we can.
So
right now, they're within their legal rights of what they're doing there. We're not seeing anything where they're moving a train car. We went so far, excuse me, as I called the floodplain manager for the state, Bill Nettman, and I spoke to him because FEMA doesn't really address railroad cars in floodplains. Under his estimation, he's looking at it as a structure. So each one of those, if they were to come in and bring a crane, now knowing they can't put railroad tracks down, which would make it impossible for them to be mobile, if they're not transportable within 60 months, or 6 months, I'm sorry, 6 months, if they cannot be moved, like an RV or a mobile trailer, if they cannot be driven away immediately, then they're not considered mobile. So, but train car is a different thing. So train car is considering a structure. It would require flood engineering, it would require anchoring, and we require everything that a structure would require. So that's where Warren's coming at it from now. Where they're at with the application and what they're going, I think they may have come to the planning board the other night or
Yeah,
something.
they were at the planning board workshop and have submitted the application.
That's structural, but is that for each car?
For
or
each car.
For each car, not just for.
For each car.
the
So
whole-
then, yeah. And there'll be further discussions with, Warren and the planning board and maybe the zoning board eventually, I'm not sure. But
So-
they'll have further discussions about where that's gonna lead, where that
Okay.
permit's gonna lead.
So sometimes I have trouble figuring things out, so I'm a little confused and people are asking me and they want to know. So, can they put the trains on without a permit or how does that work?
Again, that's,